Hello everybody. Today's theme is the pros and cons of inductive approach and binomials. Pros and cons of an inductive approach. We know that we have two approaches, the inductive approach and deductive approach. So what is the inductive approach? Inductive approach begins with a set of empirical observations and seeking patterns in those observations and then theorizing about those patterns. The deductive approach begins with a theory and developing hypotheses from that theory and then collecting and analyzing the data to test those hypotheses. So what is an inductive approach? An inductive approach to teaching language starts with the examples and asks learners to find rules. And it can be compared with a deductive approach, and that starts by giving learners rules, then examples, and then practice. The inductive approach is where the examples are solved first, and the learner has a responsibility to figure the rules out. And this teaching method is student-centered, emphasizing active engagement to facilitate effective learning, and using a particular set of facts or ideas to form a general principle. Characteristics that describe this approach is it encourages students to develop their beliefs and the concepts by carefully examining the provided evidence and identifying patterns to arrive at solutions. It can be implemented through two distinct approaches, experimental and statistical. So, application in real-world scenarios. This method prepares students to apply their knowledge and reasoning skills to real-world situations, enhancing their learning experience. The experimental approach involves conducting experiments and explorations to form a hypothesis, while the statistical approach is centered around numerical data analysis. What sets it apart is its departure from rigid lesson plans and predetermined knowledge. Instead, it empowers students to actively participate in constructing their knowledge or understanding. Advantages of inductive method of teaching. Active learning. Inductive method of learning encourages active student participation, fostering deeper engagement and comprehension, and critical thinking. Students enhance their critical thinking and problem-solving skills by analyzing specific instances and drawing general conclusions. Conceptual understanding. Inductive method of teaching promotes a deeper understanding of concepts as students construct knowledge from concrete examples. So, student-centered approach. This method empowers students to take ownership of their learning, promoting autonomy and independence. So, it has some disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of inductive method of teaching? While this method has numerous benefits and it is essential to consider its potential drawbacks, it is too time-consuming. So, the inductive approach requires time for students to explore examples, identify patterns, develop generalizations which may impact the overall pace of the curriculum. And limited structure. As students actively construct knowledge, some individuals may struggle with the lack of rigid structure, required additional guidance from the teacher. And the next one is potential generalization errors. Students may arrive at incorrect or incomplete generalizations if the examples provided are sufficient or accurate. So, varied students' response. It means each student gives their answer and they vary. So, the open-ended nature of this method can result in diverse student responses, making it challenging for teachers to address individual differences effectively. And the main weakness of inductive reasoning is that it is incomplete and you may reach false conclusions even with accurate observations. So let's see some examples. Here is the deductive method. In deductive method, first of all, we give general principles. For example, all planets revolve around the sun. And minor premise is the Earth is a planet. And the conclusion is, therefore, the Earth revolves around the sun. In inductive method, an elephant is made up of cells, or a snail is made up of cells, or a butterfly is made up of cells. Here are the specific observations. Therefore, all organisms are made up of cells. So, the inductive method takes specific observations and draws general conclusions from these observations. How can teachers utilize this method in the class effectively? One effective way to utilize inductive reasoning is by encouraging students to share their thinking process while attempting to answer questions or solve problems. Open discussions that foster an inclusive learning environment enable students to express their ideas and perspectives freely. Teachers should be prepared to address and respond to students' questions in this setting, guiding them toward a more profound understanding. And educators should embrace this student-centric approach as they unlock the potential of each individual, fostering a dynamic and inclusive learning environment. So, let's see teaching binomials using inductive approach. The first task for the teachers, so the teachers should prepare handouts with the binomials. Then students should be given handouts with the examples of binomials and ask them to underline the words beginning with the similar letters as part and parcel, safe and sound, or as near synonyms as pick and choose, or composite of grammar words as here and there, out and about, up and down. Teachers should prepare quiz on binomials and conclude this inclusive learning environment. What are binomials? Binomials are expressions where two words are joined by conjunction, usually and, the conjunction and. The order of the words is normally fixed. For example, odds and ends, small, unimportant things. For example, let's get the main things packet. We can do the odds and ends later. The word order of a binomial pair is usually fixed. Give and take. We cannot say take and give. It means a spirit of compromise. Example, every relationship needs a bit of give and take to be successful. And the next one, a repetition of the same first sound or a rhyme. Tears are part and parcel of growing up. It means that an important part of or belong to something. So the boss was ranting and raving at us. It means the boss was shouting very angrily. So, and the next one, the old cottage has gone to wreck and ruin. Pairs of near synonyms. At other times, the clue is that the words are near synonyms. For example, you can pick and choose. Pick and choose are synonyms, so it's up to you. It means to have wide choice. My English is progressing by leaps and bounds. It means big jumps. It's nice to have some peace and quiet now that the children have left. It means a peaceful, calm situation. So, or we may say, he's so prim and proper at work, rather formal and fussy. So the next example is, the hotel was a bit rough and ready. It means the hotel was in a poor standard or quality. She has to wine and dine important clients. So it means entertain and take out to restaurants. They stole my wallet. I was left by high and dry with no money, it means, in a very difficult situation. We should learn pros and cons of this approach. So, pros and cons, it means the positive and negative attributes of something. Binomials composed of grammar words. There are cafes here and there along the seafront. It means scattered around. So we have had meetings on and off or off and on. It means that occasionally. I've been running back and forth, to and fro all day. It means to and from somewhere. She ran up and down the street. She ran back and forth. It means in the both directions. So the next binomials linked by words other than and. You have got your sweater on back to front. It means wrong way. He won't help her. She will have to sink or swim. It means survive or fail. Slowly but surely, I realized that the boat was sinking. It means that gradually she realized that the boat was sinking. Sooner or later, you will learn your lesson. Sometimes in the future, it means, yep. Win or lose, you must be proud of that you got this far. So, and whether you succeeded or fail, it means, well, I'm sorry, that's all I can offer you. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. So if we conclude, the inductive approach of teaching revolutionizes traditional classroom dynamics by empowering students to become active participants in their own learning. Through hands-on exploration, critical thinking, and collaborative problem solving, students develop essential skills that extend far beyond the subject matter at hand. By encouraging curiosity, creativity, and independent thought, the inductive techniques cultivate a love for learning that lasts a lifetime. The power of this approach can take us on a transformative educational journey that nurtures the minds and hearts of the next generation. So let's revise once more the binomials. What are the binomials? You can see and observe the binomials through doing quiz with the students. Do you like your coffee with milk and sugar? You cannot say sugar and milk. Yes, you are right. Milk and sugar is a binomial. So the next one is, the clown made the children smile and laugh. What do you think? The clown made the children smile and laugh, or laugh and smile? Yes, you are right. The clown made the children laugh and smile. Binomials are combination of two words, typically combined with and or to form a common phrase in English. The words should be stated in the correct order, or the synonyms are not used to replace them. So, black and white. Black and white photography creates a distinctive image. Do you think that black and white is correct, or white and black? Yes, you are right, black and white. There are hundreds of binomials in English. How well do you know them? Here is, black and white photography creates a distinctive image. So, the beach is a great place for a little bit of rest and relaxation. Can we say the binomial, the first relaxation and rest? No, we should say, because it's idiomatic, so rest and recreation, or relaxation, double R. If we say you are wearing it back to front, it's correct that it means that you are wearing wrong side of something. So, do you want vinegar and salt on your chips and fish, or fish and chips? Which one is binomial? Chips and fish or fish and chips? You are right, fish and chips. So, and the next one is life is full of ups and downs. Can we say downs and ups? No, we should say ups and downs, not downs and ups. So, the time has rise and shine. This is binomial. The binomials rise and shine. So, time to rise and shine, not shine and rise. So, the next binomial is these are days when you feel both sad and happy. Is it correct? No. These are days when you feel both happy and sad. Happy and sad is binomial. So, better red than dead. So, what does it mean? It means better dead than red. Here, dead than red is binomial. So, she feels alone and sad. The correct binomial is she feels sad and alone. The next one is either the way or that. It means that only you have one way. So, the correct binomial is this way, not that. Sometimes it's just a matter of hit or miss. Yes, you are right. Sometimes it's just a matter of hit or miss. So, thank you for your attention.